Hello, everyone. God bless you for coming. Baby, I'm Wobia, Unyami Isramo. Say, Mabe join a virtual music lesson. Unyami Isramo. Get ready right after the jingle. We move straight into today's lesson. Are you ready? Okay, let's go. Welcome, everybody. Memamuna Akwaba. First of all, as I always say, music originated with God. Nyumtu nyina hyase ewo Onyankopon ho. Day in and day out, music resounds in heaven. Abofo eto dwom de ma Onyankopon. They play musical instruments. For example, trumpet, piano, and many more. Jesus Christ also enjoyed music. From the origin of music and then humanity, God created man with harmony. So we can say that the human body is full of music. So created in the image of God. Onyankopon boy sene otie or the music eka ho emaye. So the human body is made up of harmony. That is why our senses, our minds are able to receive music without even our knowledge. At the same time, our hearts also so ebo the beat of music. Adam and Eve, free I want to so from generation upon generations, music has been with us because it was woven into the fabric of our creation. Good. From the Bible, Jubal, the father of instruments, David was also a composer and a harpist. The Levites, they were priests at the same time, they were singers and then instrumentalists. So what I want to tell you is that Jesus Christ, in Mark chapter 14, verse 26, also sang hymns on earth. So Jesus Christ is also a singer, a musician. Paul and Silas, Apostle Paul, they all made mention of music. The need of music knowledge is very important. First of all, for the service of the house of God. And then secondly, when you get instructions in music, you achieve excellence. It's one of the spiritual gifts that is eternal. So I would like to tell you that your gift will never expire. This is our prayer, that the Lord should broaden our horizon in our endeavor to learn music knowledge. Awurade mbie yɛ adwene na ɔmmoa yɛn ma music a ɛpɛ sɛ yɛsua no yɛntumi nsua nkɔ yɛn anim bebree. Okay, my name is Kingsley OWUSU MENSAH. Within the Kingsley OWUSU MENSAH. Basic music knowledge. It is free and then easy virtual learning in music theory, sight singing, piano scales, and music composition. This class is for children, youth, and as well as adults. This is our C's meeting, lesson 6, and we are going to deal with major key signatures. Major key signatures. And then na what we are talking about yeshia mu ewo yadesua yi mu. Yadesua yi ene ne da etoso ensia na de ebesua no within a major key signatures. Major key signatures. Okay. Wherever you are, maybe I will be a Mamunakwa, but I know says some of us are from the United States of America. God bless you for joining us. I also know that some of you are also from the United Kingdom. You are welcome. I know some of you are from Amsterdam, here in Germany, some from Philippines, and then we also have some from France, and then all over Europe. You are all welcome. At the end of the class, I will introduce those of us joining us for the first time. We are and any day the kind of ever kind of may you munna actually so God bless you. Major key signatures. Good. Fixed pitch. Fixed pitch. The word pitch, okay, the word pitch in music refers to the height or depth of sounds. So what's it pitch biya ewa music mua? In other words, it is the highness or lowness of a sound. Can you repeat after me? Pitch. Pitch.
Pitch.
Pitch.
Pitch.
Very good. Pitch. Very good. It is spelled P-I-T-C-H. Pitch. It is the highness or lowness of a sound. Example, a woman's voice is higher pitch than a man's voice. True or false? Oba any ewoso eche. True or false?
True.
That is
True.
Oba voice. For instance, the Albertine okay. Bema voice. Do, re, mi, fa, sol. Okay, into your higher pitch. Do, re, mi, fa, sol. And my voice, and your mema voice. Do, re, mi, fa, sol. And the voice be as low as okay, good. And that is the difference. Higher or lower. Good. Metriamo said the first 7 English alphabets, the first 7 letters of the English alphabet, that is A to G. So we have A, okay, we have, sorry. Okay, we have A, B, C, D, E, F, and then G. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. The first 7 letters of the English alphabet. They are used to fix the pitch of sounds. The person making said, so we English alphabet A, B, C, D, E, F, G. The first 7 one. A fixed pitch of sounds. Now, you can say a fixed pitcher. It has to be a fixed that just said, what's the sound? For instance, if the sound of F is like this, it means I was say a fixed into wherever we are, whatever instrument that we are playing, it is fixed. F major is do. It is fixed. If it is, for instance, if it is A, okay, let me start from A. If it is A, do, a fixed pitch, okay? Do, fixed. Yamra B is in here. Do, and it's a fixed. Then C, do, a fixed. All instruments are piano. If it is C, do, a fixed. What means is that? It's the upper violin, and so the upper trumpet, a fixed. Good sound. Okay, so then D, do, and then E, do, and then F, do, and then we have G, do, a fixed. So the American answer fixed pitch, the 8th sound, that is octave. And so by now we know what octave means. It's the same letter name. It's whether C or C with an accent, whether 1 accent or 2 accents. Ninano, one is the pitch, one is lower, one is higher, then we have the highest. Good. Inti, can be the last time that the monks of the Middle Ages were the first people to think of using lines to represent the pitch of notes. The Mekana say monks in Middle Ages time. One of the first people are say use lines and representing the pitch of notes. Now, we realize it's 11 lines. 11 lines are sufficient to represent the pitch of all the different kinds of human voice. Who say nipa yena your voice and say they see the chodrom no. Ibetimi I use 11 lines. Amma yen representing notes no I the chodrom no. The monks in the Middle Ages and on day 11 lines. Even to realize it said the 11 lines were sufficient to represent the pitch. Good. And almost fix it. So they fixed the middle line of the 11 as middle C. Where is middle C? Let's see. Here. Middle C. Okay. Middle C. They fixed the middle line of the 11 as middle C. And he said, these are the official 5 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the bass clef. And then this is middle C. They placed C clef. So it is a sound of a middle pitch. They said they have the middle C. Good. Now, why that middle C? It is because both men and women can sing. A man and woman now bet me ato. Sa C. That is what they, I don't know what they intended. So they placed C clef on the middle line. So a man and woman now bet me ato. Very easy. For instance, listen to the pitch. Do, do, do. Okay, so all the other lines and spaces of the great stave were therefore fixed in relation to this. Medical term, what I said, other lines they were fixed in relation to C. That is why we have C. So kind A, B, C, D, and you get up to C. From left to right, C. Then we move on to D, E, F, G, A. Remember, from line, we move on to space, from space, line, from line, space, from space, line. Okay, in between two lines, remember is space. Okay, so we have C, D, E, F, G. So when I could do G, but then you come back to A. So it goes like A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Then you go back to A, B, C. Okay, but the difference is that this C and that C, okay, it will sound the same, but we be lower. Now we pitch and so higher. Okay, so let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So from C to C will give us 8. That is what we call octave. Octave. The same thing from D to D with one accent. And so my octave. Similarly, E to the next E. And so my 8. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We call it octave. From F to F1 will give us another octave. From G to G1, another octave. From A to A1, another octave. Is that okay? Good. Yɛdi kan asua in our first lesson nti menim sɛ ɛnyɛ difficult for you. So ɛba ɛfam a, it's like from right, reading ABCD from right to left. Okay, so from C, nearby space B, nearby line A, nearby space G, F, E, D, C. Maybe at this time C, the accent in that form. Just to let you know, say, on the bass clef, or the pitch is lower. Pitch, lower. So from C to C1, it means one lower than C way. But the octave, let's count 1, 5, 6. Okay. Yeah. Good. Thank you. And you said an Americano. Forgive me for the network. There was a hitch. Good. Let's go back. Good. Good. Welcome back. So an Americano. From C, back from Nino. Yeah. Until for now, the person who did the names in the two team himself by now, you know the names of head a wool team, right? Good. Now, yeah, let's move on. Good. So this is the great thing. We need the first lesson this year. This is the first lesson that we learned. So this is the whole, the grand staff of the great state. Okay, good. Now, moving on. Accidentals. Accidentals. Can you repeat after me? Say accidentals. I can't hear.
Accidentals.
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 Very good.
Accidentals.
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 Very good. Very good.
Accidentals.
Yes, mobile additions what can be.
Accidentals.
Accidentals. You may see accidentals. Yeah, it was accidentals. Good. Because accidentals. Thank you very much. Very, very good. Because accidentals.
Accidentals.
Because accidentals are a debate. Because accidental when any of the sounds A to G, when any of the sounds, let's say A, B, C, D, E, F, G, okay, when any of the sounds is raised a semitone.
We went to the California aquarium with Auntie in California, and he saw sea lions. And we I remember that mommy. I remember that big kind of. Can I use the peel? I remember that big kind. I remember that big kind of fish we saw.
I'm trying to. Okay, thank you very much. I wanted to. Okay, good. Thank you very much. So, accidentals. When any of the sounds A to G, that is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, is raised a semitone. You got a semitone.
That part.
Oh, you want me to
cut the peel off?
Can you repeat after me? Semitone. Semitone.
Semitone.
Yes, semitone.
Semitone.
Okay. So semitone. Yeah. Semitone. Semitone a half step. Semitone a half step. Half step. Okay. Repeat after me. Tone.
Tone.
Very good. Tone. So we have tone, and then we have semitone. Okay. Tone and then semitone. Yeah, because a tone. Tone a whole step. And a semitone, semi. Anytime you hear like semicircle, it's like it's not full, a half. Okay, so semitone is half of a tone. Okay, so we have semitone. Good. Let's look on a slide. Okay, person share slide and maybe I made it. Yeah, the arrow no atom. Okay, good. When any of the sound that is A to G is raised a semitone, it is said to be sharpened. Nemekanyani say you raise it fixed pitch piano by half stepper. You raise it, you pijam, you increase it. So sharp means increase. Okay, sharp means an increase. So when there is an increase, it is said to be sharpened. Okay, let's look at the symbol. Okay, this is the sharp symbol. Now, can you draw the symbol, the sharp symbol? Can you draw the sharp symbol? Okay, give it a try. Let's give it a try. Okay, we have the first line as this, then the second line, then the third one crosses, and then the fourth line also crosses. So 1, 1, 2, 2. Can you try?
I don't have paper.
Okay, kindly get a paper or get a book. Paper, so when your paper, and that's a book, paper say, we'll try your hands.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Aaron,
Yeah.
All right, thank you. This is a sharp symbol. This is a sharp symbol. Good. Which note? If you really remember what I taught you, what is the name of this note? Can anybody volunteer? What is the name of this note? Your medical term, your main name, your crochet, your where your friend say, note where your friend say.
I think it's a crochet.
Come again. Come again. Come again. Looks like an egg.
Semi-brief. Semi-brief.
Semi-brief. Yes. Semi-brief. Okay. Semi-brief has how many beats? How many beats?
4.
How many crochet beats? 4 crochet beats.
4.
Correct. Okay, so Aaron, this symbol. Aaron, this symbol is semi-brief symbol, semi-brief note with how many beats? 4 crochet beats. Okay, good.
Okay.
Yeah. So Fatuchim, okay. And then the sharp symbol.
Okay.
Thank you. So this is the sharp symbol. Okay. Now let's identify the notes. Semi-brief notes. Semi-brief notes. What is the name of the second space of the treble staff? What is the name of the second space of the treble staff? Any volunteer?
A.
A, that is correct. So, for instance, you have a way A sharp. Okay, A sharp.
A sharp.
Okay.
A sharp.
Yes, good. Then you have the sharp sign. Okay, so A sharp. But look at this. In the space, the sharp is written before the note. It's about stave anymore. Sharp no. You can try no. And sign sharp. Semi note on sharp. Okay. Brief. I'm using semi-brief throughout as example, but it could be any other note. Take note of that.
Quiver.
Any other note. But for the sake of example, we say, I'm using semi-brief. Okay, me use semi-brief. Good. So this is A sharp. A sharp. Okay, let's look at a second example. The first space. What is the name of the first space of the treble staff?
F.
F. Very good. So this is F sharp. Okay, F sharp. It means F has been raised by half step. Is that okay? Or F has been raised by a semitone. F has been raised by a semitone. Or F has been increased by a semitone. Okay. Good. Good. F has been raised by a semitone. Okay, but let's look at this.
F sharp.
Yeah, F sharp, very good. And then we come to G sharp.
G sharp.
Yep, this is the second line of the treble clef, the treble staff is G. So G sharp, you just place the sharp, put a sharp sign of Everton. So this is G sharp. Okay, G sharp. Good. Now,
G sharp. G sharp.
yeah, the fourth line of the treble staff is D. So this is E sharp. This is what? E
A sharp. E sharp.
E sharp. Very good. Very good. Now let's move on. We are messing up by way, so just take note. Remember the second example. No, so we can't this one. Remember ways. I'll come to this one. Don't worry. But let's move on. We will come back to it. Good. Similarly, when any letter that is A to G, any letter name sound is lowered by a semitone or a half step, it is said to be flattened. Flattened. Into sharp, and then we have flat. She said a symbol. Try
Sharp
your hands on it.
and flat.
Yeah, flat. Try your hands on it if you can draw the flat sign or the flat symbol. Okay.
It's like a B.
It's like a B, but look at the stomach. The stomach is much more raised than B. Okay, good. So
Like from a flower.
Yeah, that is okay. Good. So the same thing. So this is A flat. This is G flat. This is C flat. This is E flat. And then this is F flat. This is okay, good. Now let's move on to the third one.
I made the symbol of flat.
Yeah, okay. Let me see. Okay, that is good. That is good. Great. Let's move on. We are still on accidentals. Fixed pitch, we are still on it. Okay. In the course of nature, if you have any question, I'm moving on. So what's in Bisabia, Bisame, and I'm moving on. You not get confused. Okay. In the course of the teaching, if you have any question, kindly ask me before we move on so that you not be confused. Okay.
Pastor, so, more question.
Okay.
About flat,
thank you very much. Flat, it decreases a tone and a note by half step. That is a semitone. Okay. If you remember, I said a sharp increases a note by semitone. And I said it increases a note by half step. When we are doing keyboard skills, when we are doing piano skills, okay, I will elaborate on it. And a better practical, so you understand it better when we are doing the piano. For now, you can just note it down. Okay. If I say increase, you don't understand it by saying increase unless we are playing or we are singing. Okay. Just take note. Then a flat will decrease a note by half step or semitone. Okay. A bit decreasing note by semitone. Good. And then the natural, this is natural. So we have sharp, flat, and then natural. Note the difference between the sharp symbol and then the natural symbol. Okay, into share the difference, natural symbol, it's like L. What you can try L? Then you have 7. Okay, you see L, then 7. Let's look at the sharp symbol. 2 lines, 1, 2, then 2 lines across. Okay. One way, yeah, you get confused. With a flat symbol, I think it looks like B, so you can just easily identify the flat symbol. Then the natural symbol looks like L with 7. Okay. So
Like this?
let me see, please. Yes, that is excellent. Good. So that is a natural symbol. Natural symbol. But Obebuta said, what is the effect of the natural symbol? Okay. So note to be a sharpen and not a flatten. Natural returns the note to its original letter name. Okay. So it's like natural. It restores. It is a note a sharpen that. It means a natural natural abe sharp no free no. Ama note no abe natural. The natural A. When we are doing the piano skills, you appreciate it much. Right now, it's like a theory.
Oh.
You don't really understand it much, but don't worry. Don't worry at all. When we are doing the keyboard skills, when we are doing the side singing, starting from next week, you will enjoy it. You really appreciate it when we are doing the practicals. Okay. And the natural, no, it means A was either sharpened or either flattened. I mean, it was either sharpened or flattened. And natural, no, abe restore A. No. The same thing, it was like B was sharpened, either sharpened or flattened. Na natural, na be jine free kwasumu, abe CD, I restore the comma. And then E, the same thing, F, the same thing, and then G, the same thing. Okay, good. Let's continue. Accidentals. So we have the sharp, flat, and then natural. It is sharp increases a note by semitone. In other words, it increases and it raises a note by semitone, half step. Flat decreases a note by semitone. In other words, flat, it lowers a note, a tenor, it lowers a note by a half step. Half step, no, don't worry if you don't understand the half step. When we are doing the piano skills, I'll show you the half step.
Half step.
Yes. When we are singing, make sure how the half step practically. So what they told you more half step when they take effect when you are singing. But it's the theory, so just keep it in your head that sharp increases a note by semitone. Flat decreases a note by semitone. Natural restores a note to its original letter name. Is that okay? The same can be. Sharp raises a note by half step. Flat lowers a note by half step. Natural restores a note to its original letter name. Is that okay? Good. Just keep it like that. And you'll be fine. So we are continuing with it. Okay. Aside, let's go back. Then go back. Let's go back. Good. Look at this symbol. How does it look like? Symbol, I say X, right? It looks like X, right?
Yes.
X. It looks like X. It is not X, but it looks like X. So don't call it X. Okay. It looks like X. The name is double sharp. Double sharp. Can you repeat after me? Double sharp.
Double sharp.
Double sharp. Thank you very much.
Double sharp.
Double
Double sharp.
Double sharp. So if it is this is a sharp symbol, this is double sharp symbol. Double sharp Symbol.
Double
Good.
sharp symbol.
Thank you. Now, what is the work of the double sharp? What is the essence of the double sharp? A letter name sound or a note can be raised a whole tone, a whole. If a semitone, a half stepper, tone be tone be whole step, whole step,
Whole step.
and say wo 2-9. Wobetimi a 2-9 no kese. And I bet 2-9 ketewa bi halfway.
Whole step.
And it's a 2-9 whole step. Whole step, a move chain, half step. Okay, whole step. So, person 19, if you are walking, that's a person 19, 10, 10, 1. 2-9, so that's a whole step. But on person ben and tickets now and ticket 2 heavy. Instead of so be 2-9 mono. What 2-9 can create? Into 2-9 can create a half step. We call it semitone. And now 2-9 can see so what to whole step.
Whole step.
Yeah, we call it tone.
Whole step.
Tone.
Yeah, tone. Musically, if you say tone, it means whole step. And then musically, if you say semitone, semitone, it means half step. Is that okay? Good.
Yeah.
Now, with a whole step, I can show you. With a whole step, I can show you on the staff. But with a half step, it is difficult for me to show you. But when we are playing, I'll show you on the keyboard. When we are singing, I'll show you with your mouth. Good. All right. Now, we say whole step. You can't say whole stepper. It means, let me use this as an example. Semi-brief, no A. All right. Oh, A. But because this is A double sharp, this is E double sharp, this is B double sharp, this is G double sharp, and this is E double sharp. So get your lines and spaces off head or by heart. Okay. So this is the second space of the treble clef is A. So A double sharp, it means it has been increased by a whole step. Now, a whole step means on the staff, it is easy to show you. A move one step from A or A. Okay, look at it carefully. Or A. Yes, we're increasing by one step. It means or frost row. Okay, moving upwards by one step. And from a space now to a whole step, or what we call line. Okay, so from space, whole step, no, they call line way. What is the name of this line? The third line of the treble staff. What is the name?
T.
B. B for, yeah, B for boy. B. So in effect, we wants a note to know that A, but it means you are going to increase it by a whole step. When we are playing the keyboard, I'll show you. When we are singing too, I'll show you. But for now, the multimedia church was here for you to understand. It's a whole step. So from a space, a bit 29 to this line. So instead of playing A, it has been increased by a whole step. So when we are playing, we are going to play B, or we are going to sing it as B. Okay, it's an accident, so we call it accidental. So you see that say well, A, but in actual fact, we are going to play B because of this effect, this accident. Is that okay? In natural fact, no, A, but this has affected A double sharp, increase it by a whole step. So moving a whole step, you come to B. Don't worry if you don't understand. You call piano, so you call sings, I think in a back composition, I'll show you. And practically, you understand it. So the same thing applies about E double sharp, B double sharp. So let me ask you, say E, okay? Now your E double sharper. In effect, moving or increasing it by a whole step will move us to which letter name?
F.
Excellent.
F.
Excellent.
F.
Okay, that is correct. Excellent. You heard the third one. What about this one? Moving a whole step, in effect, because of the double sharp sign, in effect, a bit move your C. C. Excellent.
C.
Excellent.
C.
That is correct. Excellent. Okay, now what about this? G. G sharp. G double sharp. So G double sharp will move us to
A.
A.
F.
A.
A.
Oh, who
A.
said A?
A.
A.
Who
Yes.
said
A.
F? Okay.
Alfred. He did
Oh,
it.
okay, sorry.
It was
Okay.
me.
Okay. What about this one? This is E double sharp.
No, call F.
It has been increased.
G.
They never call him.
F.
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 F. F.
That is correct.
F.
That is correct. Good. Now let's move on to the next one. Okay, so the double flat. This is a double flat. Double flat. So
Master.
double flat. Yes, please.
I have a quick question. Pacho,
Okay.
why would a musician, I say composer, use this versus just using whatever they're trying to do? On the Michi, does it do anything? To me, yeah, say F and I say A double sharp, no,
Yeah.
takes it to the next note.
Yeah.
Why would they not just do it like that? Does it do anything to it if they use this versus that?
Yes, please. Thank you for the question, Madam Nanachwa. Actually, you're not any common to see this because, as you said, a technical. Now, you see, you rarely see this double sharp or the double flat. So it is easier for the composer to place it as you are saying, to place it here than to place it here and then add the double sharp. But technically, based upon the key signature, you ever call the key signature as a CA. Based upon the key signature, no, ever force the composer to use this.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yes. Yes. Thank
Yes.
you.
I needed to do house before we go to the major keys so that no flat, becomes very simple for you. At the time, well, okay. Thank you very much. Good. So, yes, please.
Master.
Yes.
The double note. The double whole step. No.
Yes.
Master, the first one. Double A sharp. No. Double B. I don't know. Fan to be in a play. Omode 2A. Almost the double sharp.
Okay. Thank you very much. Didn't I did to honor the key signature nunti. Yebaya key signature no CA. It's going to say because of the key signature in ebe force the composer to place the double sharp sign, but for the note number 2A, I say. But in effect, when we are playing, because we're going to say a double sharp instead of playing A, you increase it by a whole step or a tone. That makes you a musician. I mean, a professional one. You understand? It's like communication. Okay, good. So when you are communicating, Once you're able to read and understand, it means you are becoming a musician. Okay, so don't worry. You're moving into piano lesson now. You appreciate it very well. For now, because it's only theory, just take it like that. About singing, you appreciate it well. About playing the keyboard and so on, you appreciate it very, very well. Just understand the theory behind it and you'll be fine. So Esther, thank you for the question. I think, okay, good. Based upon this,
Pastor,
yes, please.
Pastor Mpacho,
Mhm.
double A sharp no. Say, oh, ba, ube increasing it, oh, one way in the swa, instruments in the swa. Ube go A and now ube go B.
If I try double B, because double sharp when I increasing it by a whole step. So instead of playing A, ube increase it by a whole step, so you play B. Is that okay?
Yes.
And it has so instead of playing E, you play F. Instead of playing B, you play C. Instead of playing G, you play A. Instead of playing E, you play F.
Play F.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Miss
Thank
Mo,
you.
one question.
Okay. Great.
Understood.
Yeah, Miss Media say, young fan say,
Understand.
Thank you.
young fan say, first line, no, like, on say key, young fan say, career Juma on key signature, name, can we be E or A sharp?
I even say, for now, this is A sharp, F sharp, G sharp, D sharp. If a key signature music here, so maybe
Okay.
it is related to key signature now. Okay, mesro na me key signature na will be question. Patrick, okay.
Sure.
Okay, thank you very much. Good. Patrick, to us, so be question viewer. So the same thing applies to the flat symbol or flat accidentals. Okay, yeah, sure. Because a flat decreases a note, and a decrease, sharp a increase. Not flat either, a decrease by semitone. Okay, yes. Double flat, what do you think? It will decrease it by a tone, a whole step, or a tone. Is that okay? You can whole step by the chrono, you can tone at the chrono. You can just use one. It decreases it by a tone. Double flat decreases a note by the tone. Good. The same principle. You see, meaning say with the medical can want some that.
Yes.
Don't worry. We need the have a 2.5 step now. Who staff and say difficult for us to see. But here, a whole tone, a whole step. Sorry, it means decreasing it. Young cost row, young right, young cost row. Name we ever hand fan. Form. So double flat against A. Technically, what does it mean? What does it mean?
One full step down.
One full step down.
One full step down.
If it is A double flat, okay, A double flat, it means what's the name?
J.
G. L.
J.
Thank you very much. D double flat. Technically means what's the name? E for equal. Good. Let's look at this one. Sorry. I took it to be base clef. I'm sorry. This is A.
Yeah, but yeah.
This is A. So where the G, right?
B.
G for L. Good. This is D. So a bit decrease here by C. Okay, C. This is F A C. Is that okay? Good. And then look at the symbol. We are dealing with treble clef. So double flat, ewo G, technically, F. Is that okay? F. Good. Now, let me hear you. Let me hear from you. Double flat on F. Technically, the ever hand. Let me hear you.
E.
E.
E. Very good.
E.
And then double flat on B. B. Technically, at the ever hand.
A.
A. As simple as that.
A.
Yeah, that's correct. A. As simple
Super
as that.
simple. Super
So,
simple.
yeah, super simple. And don't worry. When we hear piano, this time we use it to play. Okay, so don't worry. If technically you don't understand it, but when we are playing, you appreciate it well. Say a box and corner, metro, the effector, flat and double flatty. Enya playing. Any enya so ewo singing. Okay, when we are singing, the enya was singing to so metro. Good. The end to now, with a natural sign here, okay, with a natural sign. Okay, good. With a natural sign, the natural sign, no dear, you need double natural sign. No, and then a restore into a restorer, natural. Into you need double natural. Is that okay? And it's a sharp. Let's say A sharp, and then the natural sign is placed on A sharp. It means A, the original A. If it is B flat, and then the natural sign is applied to B flat, it restores it to the natural B. If it is E sharp, and the natural sign is applied to E sharp, it means forget about the sharp, forget about the increase, be restored to the natural E. Is that okay? Any double natural, you only have one natural. But we have sharp, double sharp, flat, double flat. Okay, great. Now, let's move on. Relative pitch. Now, the person who difference between fixed pitch and then relative pitch. You don't really try to understand what relative is. But how relative. But don't say fixed. When the pitch was fixed, like if it is A,
Natural.
Fixed. Do, do, do. All other instruments, A should sound do. Violin. Fixed. Is that okay? Good. Now, because it's a relative pitch. Relative. You can't say we are relative. You can't say, oh, this is my relative. It's a no, right?
Yes.
He's my relative.
I don't really understand the relative.
Yeah, don't try to understand the word relative because it's just a term. It's like trying to understand a tone or a semitone.
A family member.
Like trying to understand what a tone is. Oh yeah, the one chance because like signature or you can say via key signature. Trying to understand key and then signature, my brother, don't try to understand it because it's just a name near their man.
Okay, Pastor.
A musical term, musical name. Okay, so it's a name. It's a name. But try to understand what it does. At the cry, okay. Meaning set terms in Bisusuma Emofrano, just almost 6-7 years. Don't worry, trying to remember the words. I mean the big musical words. Okay. But meaning some penny for the Mubekai because your memory is larger than in Quran. Good. And don't worry. Mofano omunino omubihu. A natural. Omunino. When I started learning the piano at age 10, there were certain things I couldn't understand. But I understood them. So it is normal. Okay. So Aaron, it is normal. Relative pitch. This is how it works. Okay, so how it works, that is okay. Okay, you hear how it works, and that is okay. Good. Your favorite tonality. Let me explain what tonality is. Medical cassette scientifically, every sound has a pitch, has a fixed pitch. For instance, A is fixed. But one sound in isolation does not make music. One sound, like, it doesn't make music. It's just a sound. So fixed pitch, fixed sound. This is A. Let's see G.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah, fixed. But one sound. Okay. Just one sound. One sound. And the can make an say. As soon as you set 2 or more sounds of different pitch, they have a relationship. Relative pitch, it's just there's a relationship. Good. Mestre, if okay, good. Now, if I say a control noise, if maybe you are not, you just mute it, and then if you want to talk, you just unmute. Is that okay? So, as soon as you set 2 or more sounds of different pitch, they have a relationship to each other, and the relationship is called tonality.
Tonality.
So, relative pitch means when you're in your kind of, so if it is, I'm making a music.
No, I cannot.
I'm making a music. I'm making a music because maka 2 or more sounds at what was so. I many relative pitch, many more. When you're in Myanmar, so there's a relationship. And what we call key signature. Key signature. Okay. So fixed pitches, you can't fixed pitch. So fixed pitch, okay. They are all in isolation. Like A, B, C, D, E, F, then G. Okay, good. But with a relative pitch, I may come once and I may with the term tonality. Don't worry about the term. But what it means is the relationship with that. I'm sorry. I would like to. Okay, I think say you need to control the noise. I'm sorry. Yeah, trainer noise in the more na affect. Someone is talking. Someone is talking. I'm trying to locate a person and then. Okay. Sorry. Good. So the tonality. The American say they have a relationship. Sounds, two or more sounds. I mean, different pitch. They have a relationship to each other, different tonality. Don't worry about this. Yeah, piano ne side singing make one same so you better see. So what I'm trying to say is that the relationship between the time of notes, that is the rhythm. Yeah, notes, no, yeah, rhythm. Crotchet, you say ta, minimum, ta, dotted minimum, ta, quiver, ta. So rhythm and the pitch of notes, that is the tonality. From moving from one sound, near another sound, near another sound, near another sound. They are fundamentals of music. And the appreciation of them, appreciating rhythm, any pleasant sounds, in succession, and they make you musical. And it makes a person musical. And a woman, which me appreciating what music actually is. It's in you asabre ubetie biano. Today, basis its tonality on the sound of major or minor scale. Major or minor scale. Now you be by a keyboard side singing any composition, which is next week. The question you call major and then minor scales. I'm just here. So don't worry for now. So we have the major key signatures, but before that, your ability to appreciate rhythm with tonality, rhythm with relative pitches. I shouldn't say pitches. I should say relative pitch. So example way. Let's look at this example. I'm going to play Onyame Fatenshira. It's one of my compositions that was rendered by the Symphonials from Ghana. But listen to the rhythm of the music and then listen to the tonality. I mean, moving from one tone to the other tone. Let's watch. Okay. Okay, that was Onyame Fatenshira. Now, major key signatures. The major scale. Nyame Aduma, next week, you're going to know what major scale is. And see, yeah, I need piano. Next week, let's meet. Yeah, I need side singing next week. Yeah, I need composition, God willing, next week, the same time. But piano for the from 4 to 4:45. Then side singing will also continue with it. Then composition. So whatever you are interested or whatever your interest is, you just join. Is that okay? Good. You better remove what major scale is. But for now, building on the fundamentals, you need to know the major key signatures. Now, the major scale is a mixture of tones and then semitones. The building of major scales produces 12 sounds of different pitch in every octave. There can I say major key signatures no in here. Major key signatures in here. Your key signatures ni bia. Instead of say and can note piano, once a relative pitch. Instead of note bia, the sharp sign be home. You just place it, you place the key signature at the beginning of the song so that it applies throughout the song. Senka yede sharp no note biara yede ato ho, note biara yede ato ho. Yebebre. Enti your rule. We have the key. Let's place that key signature at the beginning of the song so that technically when you are reading, whether you are singing or you are playing, you're going to say at the back of your mind, you are singing or you are playing the music in a particular key, a particular relative. So let's say if you are playing a song in let's say a family, let's say OWUSU MENSAH's family, it means that there are certain things that are yes similar. Okay, OWUSU MENSAH abusua. Okay, omo ye ebia omo eya kesifo nko an. Ebia opoku boate abusua omo ye ntia nko an. Nti omo ye abusuafo. Nti nwum bia no ewo key tones no omo relate in what we call tonality. Then there was C major. We have key C. With key C, you need sharp, you need flat BR. We don't have any accidental affecting it. It's nano enemu, notes nemu sa. So at the beginning of the music, if you see no sharp sign or flat sign at the beginning, it means we are going to play the song in C, key C. Is that okay? Good. One, the sharp is only one. When the sharp is only one, it means the key signature is G. So sharp near me noa. The key signature is D. Sharp near me and sound 1, 2, 3. The key signature is A. Sharp near 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. The key signature is E. Sharp near 5, let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The key signature is B. Sharp near 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The key signature is F sharp. And then sharp near 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And also the key signature is C
Sharp.
But someone will ask, say, how can I remember? Because it doesn't follow any particular rhythm, like A, B, C, D, something like that. But it doesn't follow. It follows that. But at least you say a sharp B and a C. So sharp near bako, a G, a mienu, a D, a miensa, a 9, a E, a enum, a B, a ensia, a F sharp, a and so a C sharp. A better chance now there are 2, 3. Good. So this is the second method. I wanted to make it as easy for you. If you want to identify the name of the key signature of any song, with C major, you know, so there is no sharp, there is no flat. Okay, at the beginning of the music, or the song. So it's very simple with C major or another key C. Very simple. What about this one? If you see only one sharp, how do I know? How do I identify the key signature? It's as simple as this. So person identify the keys. With a second method, na make sure know. So pay attention. If I saw a screen, so pay attention. Once you understand it, it will remain with you forever. So kindly pay attention. Okay. One who only one sharp sign. Okay. The sharp sign is placed on the 5th line. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For you to see, say it is placed on a line or on a space, you know, look at where the stomach is, the stomach of the symbol. The stomach need a line, so the stomach need a hand. We can't stomach any. The stomach need that space, that is C. When the stomach need a line, so okay. And it says stomach we no at the line so just a step, a whole step above November the name of the key signature. And I want to hear from you so that it will stick in your head. The mechanic said, sharp no at the liner. What is the name of this line? What is the name of the 5th line? The 5th line, your friend say. Can I hear you, please? Your friend say F. Very good.
F.
Very good. F. Good. In 2%, the key signature, just look up from F. You ever call him for? Space with your friend say.
G.
G.
E. E.
Come again. G for girl.
G,
Okay.
yeah, girls, yeah.
G.
G for girl. So the note is placed on line F, but you want to identify the key signature, the name of the key signature. So just look up. So looking up, you find G. So you just say G major. Is that okay? The easiest way for you to identify the key signatures, that is what I'm giving you. Is that okay? You have heard the second one. You understand it better. Now you have 2 sharps. This is the first one. This is the second one. Always look at the last one. Okay? Don't look at this one, but come here. You want to identify the name of the key signature. So you come here. It is placed on space because in the funo, once in the funo, it rests on C. So just look up. A whole step, just look up. What is the name of this line? Can I hear you? What's the name of this line? The 4th line. The 4th line of the treble clef is D. So identifying the key signature, you say D major. That's all, key D. Is that okay?
E.
Okay. Key D. I hope I've not confused you. Let me do the third example. It runs through all. So let me do the third example, and probably you understand it better. You want to identify it. Besides, what is the key signature? What is the key signature? Don't look at this one. This is the first one. Don't look at this one. This is the second one. But look at the last one. Last one, you're placing what? Woman Kyle say you're placing a space. Space Ben you're placing. This is F. This is G. So it is placed on G. It is not G. It is not G major, no. But just look up. From G, you may move back on here. We got back to A. So it is A.
A.
It's A. It is a clue that I'm just giving you. A clue I'm the mom. But the more there be a one sharp sign, automatically say a G major. Whom you know about automatically say D. Whom you automatically a register or dream. You just have to look at it. That's all just look at it. A back out it will stick. But if you are not good at maybe what do you call it? Mastering it and Audini Babana, just look at the last symbol with a sharp. They do flatten some amount of the clue, so don't worry. So just look at the last sharp sign. No nestro, the immediate half step nestro, the name of that letter and the key signature. After what I say. Good. So here the fourth example. Don't look at this one. Don't look at the second. Don't look at the third, but look at the last one here. It is placed on the fourth line of the treble clef, which is line D. If you want to identify the name of the key signature, just look up here, which is E. So you say key E. The easiest way for you to identify the key signatures. Don't worry if you're a beginner. There are songs that you don't need to be playing if you are young. Don't bother yourself, especially when you have so many sharps. But if you want to advance in your skills, piano skills, then you can enter into such key signatures. Let's look at this one. You want to identify the name of this key signature. So come to the last one. It is placed on space A. Don't say this is A, no, but just look up by a whole step or by a tone. Until you identify, say, B. So the key signature is B. Look at this one. This is the last one, right? It is placed on the fourth space with a treble staff. The fourth space is E. But if you want to identify the key signature, so just move by a whole step. F. So this is F sharp. Just add. So it's only with a sharp key signatures, you only have F sharp. And then the last one is C sharp. You don't say G sharp, don't say D sharp, don't say A sharp, don't say E sharp, no. Don't say B sharp, no. Don't, it's only F. They say F sharp and then C sharp. And then in C sharp, come to the last one here. It is placed on line B. But you want to identify the key signature. So you just move up, behind the space C. So you just say C sharp, the key signature. So we have music.
C sharp.
We have music now throw exams. A very fast, we're faster. Let me say that. We're faster than Ubia. If you are memorizing, nothing over can say. Say no, sharp name inside, a betcha. You just have to know your lines and then your spaces. Is that okay? Good. It's very simple. Singing, any composition, any piano now, metro, especially if you want to compose. One hour, the skill, the tactics are placing the sharps on the staff. And the main ceremony, you twasso with the piano, singing, and then composition now. Good. Now let's look at a flat. One flat is F. Two flat symbols, B flat. Three flat symbols, your friend E flat. Four flat symbols, your friend A flat. Five flat symbols, your friend D flat. Six flat symbols, your friend G flat. And then seven flat symbols, we call it C flat. It is difficult for you to capture this, right? Heading. But the more you look at it, it will stick. As the years or the days go by, it will stick. Don't worry. The moment ocean in the piano, a bell register, if you were so, a bell register. So don't worry at all. It is very easy. Don't see them as difficult. No, they are not difficult. They are very easy. This is the first method. The first method is that one flat, you say a F, key F. Two flat, you say a B flat. Three flats, you say E flat. OWU4 flat, you say A flat. OWU5, you say a D flat. OWU6 flat, you say a G flat. And OWU7 flat, and so you say a C flat. This is the simplest way. They said I'm here sharp no. Sharp no, who look up just by one step. The name of that letter no, straight away. That is the key signature. But with a flat, count down 4. Count to bra form 4. The name of the letter, letter name about no. That is the name of the key signature. So with a sharp, count up 1. And then with a flat, count down 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you get a name. The other one said that we have one flat. The stomach is placed on the third line, B. So count down. From line, we move on to space. From space, move on to line. From line, move on to space. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a kind of shall say 3 on 1 4. Shall say 3 on 1 the count bra 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. The name of this space, the first space of the treble clef is called F. So we have key F. The second example. Don't look at this. Look at the last one. This is the last one. Look at where the stomach is. Maybe at the funubono. Okay. The funubo, the fourth space of the treble clef, which is E. Start from the whole count down 4. 1, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. What is the name of the third line? That is B. So you just have to add the flat to it. So you say B flat. B flat. Because
V flat.
You will be what sharp. That is why ultimately time frame we say B. But wait me friend B flat to make the difference. Is that okay? Good. Your F sharp sharp F sharp key F sharp. That is why don't say if you can F from Kwa, it means a flat. We are dealing with flat. But so can F sharp, it means say a sharp sharp keys. Is that okay? Good. Now let's look at the third one. Don't look at this one. Don't look at that one. But the last one. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. The first line, then you say E flat. The manière simple. Aside F, no, with the flat keys in piano, who identify the letter name and not the flat tie. Now they are home. Is that okay? Good. Let's look at the last one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then number 2, A flat. Let's look at this one. Come to the last one. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is D. Now the flat, D flat. Let's look at this one. Come to the last one. 1, 2, 3, 4. You come to G. So you say G flat. Then now let's come to the last one. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is C. Flat. It's as simple as that. Now, in summary, let's look at a summary. This is a clock. This is a clock. If you want to measure key signatures, clock. Okay. Now look at it. Key C. Okay. Key C. On your right, we'll be dealing with the sharp key signatures. And then left, we'll be dealing with the flat key signatures. So don't worry. Key C. There is no sharp, there is no flat. Key G, major. Okay. You can say key G, but if you like, you say G major. Don't worry. At the corner. If you say key G, Key G major at the chrono. With key G or G major, we have only one sharp. D major, we have 2 sharps. A major, we have 3 sharps. E major, we have 4 sharps. B major, we have 5 sharps. F sharp, we have 6 sharps. C sharp, we have 7 sharps. Is that okay? Me say I sharp. Me say I sharp. With C, we don't have sharp, we don't have flat. So don't worry about it. Don't care about the 12. Don't care about it. So with C, I'm just using a clock to make it easier for you. So like about 12, about 1, about 2, about 3, about 4, 5, 6, 7. Don't worry. With C, we don't have the flat, we don't have the sharp. With G, we have 1 sharp. G major, we have 2 sharps. A major, we have 3 sharps. E major, we have 4 sharps. B major, we have 5 sharps. F sharp, we have 6 sharps. C sharp, we have 7 sharps. Now let's move on to the flat. Because it's a clock, now it's like I'm here answer 1, no matter had 2, no matter had 3, no matter had 4. But Emma, what was the natural clock? Don't worry with this number. If we have 1 flat, it is F major. 2 flats, we have B flat major. 3 flats, we have E flat major.
E flat major.
4 flats, we have A flat major. 5 flats, we have D flat
D
major.
flat major.
6 flats, we have G flat.
G flat major.
Now, yeah, piano, yeah, singing, yeah, composition. You find out, say, C sharp, yeah, the same thing as D flat. When you are playing. F sharp, the same thing as G flat when we are playing. And then B, the same thing. Technically, when we are playing the keyboard, technically, you'll be playing both keys. Even set the symbols in the basis. For instance, B, any C flat, automatically, and technically, you'll be playing the same key. That is why I'm higher clock, you see. And in all, there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 major key signatures. Is that okay? But in actual fact, we have 15. Because 12, they made me the more count 1, 2, 3. Now 15. But because when we are playing B, it sounds the same sound as C flat. When we are playing F sharp, you hear the same as G flat. When we are playing in key C sharp, you hear the same thing as D flat. So you find in many other books, they'll tell you have 12 major. But in actual fact, they are 15. They are 15. But now, if you have any question, kindly ask. This is the end. And you can find it on YouTube. Just type Pastor KINGSLEY OWUSU MENSAH. You will listen and enjoy it. Now, if you have any question, before we go.